Wonder Woman 1984 is the sequel to 1997's Wonder Woman, based on the bondage fetish comic character of the same name. Wonder Woman has apparently done nothing in the nearly 70 years that have passed since the first movie, because no one knows who she is when she stops a small robbery in the beginning. Oh, and did you actually want to see Wonder Woman use amazing superpowers in this superhero film? Well, too bad, because after that 5-minute segment where she stops the robbers, she never even puts on the costume until the last quarter of the film. The last quarter of a 2.5-hour film. So, what is she doing in the meantime? Hanging out with her loser boyfriend in his apartment, going on dates, and playing dress up. In the first Wonder Woman, despite her telling everyone that the Amazons know every language and they read thousands of books on modern culture, when she gets to Earth, she's like, "Secretary? What's a secretary? Spoon? What's a spoon?" So now it's her blockhead boyfriend's turn to be dumb, as he's been dead since World War I. He doesn't know what a garbage can is, and is more shocked and frightened by the moving stairs on an escalator than the fact that humans have landed on the moon. Moving on to the other characters, Kristen Wiig is completely pointless here. She's a quiet nerd who Wonder Woman's alter ego, Diana Prince, becomes friends with. They meet each other at work, and then it cuts to them having dinner, where the first line is literally Diana saying, "Wow, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. You are so funny. I'm glad we are friends now." What did Wiig say that was so funny? She was never funny any other time in the movie. Why not actually write a joke to add something to her character? No, that would take too much work. Just tell the audience they should like this character because you said so. Wiig ends up becoming one of the villains like Jamie Foxx's character in The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but it's not like she was abused or screwed over by the people around her. No one noticed her because she was quiet. So because she hated being quiet, for some reason it's enough for her to turn heel. And of course, everyone is excited to see the amazing stunt work and athleticism that Kristen Wiig is famous for. In the end, and this isn't giving anything away because it's in the trailer, she becomes this terrible looking CGI cat monster. I also seriously didn't understand what the main villain's power was. So if someone touches him, they can make any wish, but then it's supposed to have some kind of ironic twist, like in the story The Monkey's Paw, where the family wishes for money but gets it because an accident kills their son. But here, it's not actually clear what the twist is supposed to be. For example, Wonder Woman wishes that her boyfriend Steve from the first movie comes back from the dead. He does, but what's the ironic twist? She starts to lose her powers? And the main villain is able to make his own wish after someone gets a wish off of him. But it makes him sick, and he starts coughing? And that fucking ending. Like I said, Wonder Woman doing actual Wonder Woman stuff doesn't show up until the end of the movie, and when she does, she is crying all the time. I won't spoil anything, but it is maybe the most idiotic and laziest ending of any movie in recent memory. In The Neverending Story Part 2, another movie where wishes are a main plot point, Bastion defeats the villain by making his last wish that she has a heart, reversing everything that had happened. As easy as an out as that seems, that makes a million times more sense than what happens here. I won't give it away because I want anyone who decides to sit through this to be as confused and baffled as I was. Also, what was even the point of calling this movie Wonder Woman 1984? I actually didn't mind the first movie, and when the trailer for the sequel came out, with the 80s styled lettering and that cool orchestral mix of Blue Monday, I was like, oh, this actually might be interesting. But there is nothing 80s about this movie. Oh, big deal, you get to see some old computers and clothes. Reagan isn't even in it? There's no 80s music either except for the cliched party scene where everyone admires how hot Gal Gadot is, and then they play Welcome to the Pleasure Dome by Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Let's see what the critic consensus on Rotten Tomatoes is. Wonder Woman 1984 offers enough vibrant escapism to satisfy fans of the franchise and its classic central character. Yeah, that sure sounds like a 65%. But what did one of your top critics say? Rewards in many ways, comments on Trumpism, provides hope for universal morality, and is a Christmas gift to the movies that allow us all to be heroes. A 2020 film tonic. Wonder Woman 1984 is truly one of the stupidest and most disappointing movies I've ever seen, and totally deserved its straight-to-video release. 1 out of 5.